Hello friends, my name is Kaswatun Faridah. In this video, I'm going to tell you about one of the legendary historical recount stories in my region. The stories are about the Treaty of Salatiga and the story of Pangeran Sambernyawa. For the first, before we going to the chronological event, let me tell you what the Treaty of Salatiga is and who is Pangeran Sambernyawa. The Treaty of Salatiga was an agreement that had one main concluding point of the separation of Kaswatun and Surakarta into two parts. Then Pangeran Sambernyawa, or Raden Mas Said, he was a cousin of Pakubuwono III, the king of Kaswatun and Surakarta. Pangeran Sambernyawa, he was titled as national hero because of his struggle to defend the rights and welfare of native people and also Chinese migrants. Pangeran Sambernyawa opposed his cousin, Pakubuwono III, who preferred to cooperate with the VOC and put the interests of Mataram's people aside. Next, this is time for the chronological event. I'm going to tell you what is the correlation between the story of Pangeran Sambernyawa until the Treaty of Salatiga was signature. The story of Pangeran Sambernyawa began when he started his journey when he participated in Geger Pacinan, who was led by Sunan Kuning in Kartasura on June 30, 1742, opposed Pakubuwono II, the king of Mataram. This war was proposed to defend the dignity of Mataram's people and Chinese who were oppressed by VOC and their own king, Pakubuwono II. In Geger Pacinan, the trophies of Chinese and Pangeran Sambernyawa won the battle, and it compelled Pakubuwono II to leave his village and escape to Ponorogo. After the Battle of Geger Pacinan, Pangeran Sambernyawa continued his war against the VOC at any cost. But on the other hand, unfortunately, before died in 1749, Pakubuwono II handed over the governmental power over Mataram to the VOC. Then the VOC appointed the Crown Prince Adipati Anom as the new puppet king in Mataram with the title Pakubuwono III. The VOC, with all its tricks, was finally able to divide the weak Mataram Imperium into two parts by signing the Treaty of Chianti on February 13, 1755. And Pangeran Sambernyawa was totally disappointed because the treaty would make the people of Mataram fall further into the confines of the VOC because of their weakening power. The existence of the Treaty of Chianti seemed to have destroyed the struggle of Pangeran Sambernyawa against the VOC for 16 years. The new kings who attended were Pakubuwono III as the ruler of Kaswatun and Surakarta and Hamengkubuwono I as the king of Kesultanan Yogyakarta. But both of the two kings were not authorized to regulate their kingdom except at the will of the VOC. However, the weakening power of Mataram's people didn't make Pangeran Sambernyawa weak to fight the injustice of the VOC. Even after the Chianti Agreement was signed, Pangeran Sambernyawa fought two important battles against the alliance between the VOC, Hamengkubuwono I, and Pakubuwono III. The first battle of Pangeran Sambernyawa took place in the Kepyak Forest in the south of Rembang in 1756 between Pangeran Sambernyawa and the VOC commander Captain Van der Poel and Captain Pimen. This first war gave Pangeran Sambernyawa a victory, where he only lost 3 soldiers, while on the other hand, VOC had to lose 600 soldiers. In this battle also, the VOC Captain Van der Poel died at the hands of Pangeran Sambernyawa. The second war occurred in 1757 when Pangeran Sambernyawa stormed the Dutch Fort Faridah and also the palace of the Kaswatun. These raids were triggered by the pursuit of soldiers of Pangeran Sambernyawa by the VOC and the looting of people's property during the pursuit. The attack made the condition of the Kaswatun-Jogjakota influenced, and many VOC soldiers were killed. In the end, the Sultan and the VOC had a contest. Whoever managed to take the life of Pangeran Sambernyawa would be rewarded with 500 reals, and whoever could kill him would be given 1,000 reals. The VOC, which was no longer able to withstand the strength of Pangeran Sambernyawa troops, urged Pakubuwono III to negotiate with Pangeran Sambernyawa to end the battle. Finally, on March 17, 1757, Pakubuwono III invited Pangeran Sambernyawa for talks in the village of Jemblung in the Wonogiri area. The negotiations eventually resulted in the formal form as the Treaty of Salatiga, which gave full power to Pangeran Sambernyawa over the areas of Kedawung, Matese, Honggobayan, Sembuyan, Gunung Kidul, Pajanglor, and Kedu. The Treaty of Salatiga also divided the Kaswatun-Surakarta area into 2 parts. The first part was Kaswatun-Surakarta with King Pakubuwono III, and the second part was Mangkunegaran with the King Pangeran Sambernyawa, who had the title Mangkunegarawan. With the granting of power over several areas, at least some of the main goals of Pangeran Sambernyawa had been fulfilled, such as protecting the people in his territory and creating prosperity. After the war against the VOC was over, Pangeran Sambernyawa focused on running the government in the small kingdom of Mangkunegaran. He tried to place the interests and rights of the people above other interests. Under his leadership, the Mangkunegaran region also reached its peak, when the people lived in safety, peace, and prosperity. That's all I can tell about a piece of history that was very influential for the hierarchy of Indonesian government power before the independence era. Hopefully, the fighting spirit of Pangeran Sambernyawa can inspire us to always do good and fight for the truth despite facing difficulties. This is the end of my video. If there is an error in the information I convey, correction can be submitted in the comment column. Thank you for watching my video and see you at another time. Goodbye.